And you're doing your own stunts for the most part?
Yeah.
And so is Ace. What's his name?
Alexander Ludwig.
Alexander Ludwig. Now, I noticed he did this big backflip off the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a stuntman? Is he an athlete? Was he a wrestler? Like, what did...
No. Yeah, I'll tell you what he is. He's, I think, still in his 20s and 2 inches taller than me and 25 pounds heavier than I am. So thanks so much to Stars and Lionsgate for fucking casting my younger brother as this guy. He is a fellow Canadian, grew up in Vancouver and loved freestyle skiing. And all that's just all, like, he knows how to do backflips and shit like that. And he's like, Ace should do a backflip. It's arrogant. It's, perfunctory. Like, it doesn't matter. That's what he should do. And he just climb up to the top rope and just do it and stick it every time.
Were they worried about you guys getting hurt? Because I know you probably are just like, I want to do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. And they're constantly like, fuck. Is
this a leading question, or do you know what happened the first day that we shot wrestling?
No. Tell me.
Oh my God. So when the show opens, you see me type in coast to coast and you see me do a coast to coast, which is you get up on the ropes on one side, you jump to the other side of the ring.
Right. And you kind of like smash down on the
smash guy, hit him with your feet.
Right.
And so anyway, we did the first take. I nailed it. I didn't jump as far as I wanted to. And I didn't realize they were going to cut to another camera that was going to be behind the guy that I was kicking. So, depth of field, you can't tell that I came up short. But I watched it back on the monitors and I was like, well, nailed that. You guys are all set up. We're lit. Let's just do it again. And the idea of doing it again was I want to get as high and jump as far as I possibly can.
Mm.
And I did. And I wasn't able to extend my body. So instead I landed basically sitting straight up with my legs perpendicular to my torso. Compression fracture, T10 and L1 vertebrae.
Day one
of wrestling.
And the studio's probably livid.
Oh my God.
They're flipping out.
They're not livid, but they're like, really? Actually? Because you hear broken back. And for the first 24 hours, I didn't think that I'd be back to work for months because every muscle around that area
stiffens up. Oh, shit.
They took me, just because I know you appreciate this with back stuff and neck stuff, they took me to the hospital. Now, once the muscles released, I felt fine. And I was back to work in like 3-4 days, not doing stunts until a little bit later, but it's healed. I'm all good. I was very, very lucky. But oh goodness, I forgot what I was going to say.
About you got injured and you thought you were going to be gone for months and then you come back. Then
everything went good. Oh, okay. So I go to the hospital and I'm in incredible amounts of pain. My wife is there and they're like, scale of 1 to 10. We don't know what's wrong yet. I haven't been x-rayed. Scale of 1 to 10. How about your pain? And I go, because I couldn't get a full breath. I go, it's a 9.5.
That bad. 10's death.
I go, it's a 9.5 out of 10. I go, I'm in extraordinary amounts of pain to the point that it's making me introspective. Like I'm in such pain that I am outside my body right now, thinking about how much pain that I'm in. And the doctor looks at Cassandra and says, what's his pain threshold like? And she goes, it's very high. And he goes, okay. Morphine, Zofran, because I was nauseous, and Valium pumped into my arm. And within 5 minutes, Cass goes, how are you? And I go, is there a Chick-fil-A close by? And one of the nurses says,